everybody, welcome to Earth Revolution. I am your host, Susan Shann. We are the home of the green scene here in Nashville, Tennessee. Thanks for being with us once again. And I have a great guest on the show. He's been on once before. And this is John McFadden. Hey, John, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Susan.
Thanks for being with us.
Glad to be here.
I know, I'm glad to have you. John is the director of the Tennessee Environmental Council here in Nashville. And what we mainly want to talk about tonight is just a little bit about the wonderful work of the council, just a few main points of what you guys do for people who may not actually know some of the work you're involved in. And then we want to talk a little bit about an event coming up, and it's the 3rd annual Summit for a Sustainable Tennessee. And it began 2 years ago here in Nashville at Lipscomb University, and it was held there the last 2 years. And this year it's going to be held in Lebanon, Tennessee. You're going to talk about that and tell us a little bit about what's going on there. So let's just start, if you would, and I'll mention just at the beginning that that's on November 13th and 14th for anybody watching.
That's right, coming up.
Yeah, and you can go to tectn.org, Tennessee Environmental Council, tn.org, TEC, to register. You can also go to sustainabletn.org.
Yes, sustainabletn.org.
To find out, to find out more about that.
Awesome.
So John, let's start, just tell me a little bit, just sort of an overview of the main projects that the Tennessee Environmental Council is focused on.
Well, our mission statement is to educate and advocate for the conservation and improvement of Tennessee's environment, our communities, and public health. We believe that natural resources are the backbone of our economy, of our quality of life, and in fact of our Tennessee heritage. We really have 3 things that we're doing at the council. One is called our Tennessee Tree Project, which we just started. We've got a lofty goal of planting 1 million trees over the next 5 to 10 years with community partners across the state. Secondly, we're involved in our Duck River Opportunities Project, or DROP, as in water drop. We're doing a lot of river and stream restoration work in the Duck River watershed. And then the third thing that we're doing is our Sustainable Tennessee program. That's what our summit is all about. Sustainable Tennessee is really about our community, the conservation community, which I broadly define to include the business community, it's the faith community, it's the government, it's industry, it's really everybody today, citizens, et cetera, et cetera. It's about us coming up with a broadly supported sustainability agenda that includes economics, the environment, and how we access all of those resources, or our ability to get those opportunities, if you will, that are out there. And one of the things that the summit that's coming up is all about, it's all about the opportunities that are out there. We've got people that will be talking about some of the economic stimulus opportunities. Did you know, Susan, that there's roughly $99 million in economic stimulus monies that are available for low-income housing weatherization? You know what, not only will people who utilize that resource be more comfortable in their homes,
they'll save tremendous
they will save tremendous amounts of money on their electric bill. That's right. That's kind of the economic relationship, as well as you point out, green jobs, people going in to do those weatherization projects.
That's amazing.
So that's one of the great things that's going on there.
Can we tap that here in Tennessee?
Absolutely. That's $99 million for Tennessee. We have apparently already got the money, and we've got some folks that from the state that are going to be there talking about how to access that resource.
That's exciting.
Another great program we've got going at the summit, this is on Friday, is our Tennessee Pollution Prevention Partnership with the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation. It is TP3. P to the 3rd power. Pollution prevention pays, Susan.
Say it 10 times fast.
And for example, if you happen to be a company that was generating, say, 100,000 gallons of some really nasty sulfuric acid.
Like you were telling me.
Like I'm going to tell you about. That's right. And you decided, man, you got a bunch of regulations, you've got a bunch of worker liability, and then you've got sort of health hazards, and then you've got sort of a community relations problem associated with that. Well, you know what? If you can eliminate that 100,000 gallons of hazardous sulfuric acid, man, are you doing good. Well, that's exactly what the folks at Tennessee Galvanizing down in Jasper, Tennessee did. They eliminated a huge amount of sulfuric acid or hazardous waste from their process. Now they don't have to deal with it.
Right,
and you know what? I don't know how much money they were paying to
haul it away.
And dispose of that stuff.
Which is really
huge amounts of savings to them that goes right against their bottom line. Ben Franklin said, a penny saved is a penny earned.
Yeah.
So.
And I love the fact that you are framing the whole thing in that opportunity
Absolutely.
kind of approach, because that's really what it is.
Right.
It's making businesses especially understand what they stand to gain, not what they have to sacrifice
Absolutely.
or what the upfront cost might be, but the long-term benefits.
Susan, this is the single biggest economic opportunity our country has ever seen. The way out of this recession is through the green economy, which I said it at the first summit, I said it at the second summit. I'm going to say it now,
say it
and
again.
I'm going to say it on Friday and Saturday this year. But the green economy is bigger than the agricultural, chemical, industrial revolution combined.
Yeah,
it's huge.
amazing.
There's a huge economic opportunity as well as an opportunity to improve human health, our environment, our living environment.
Everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
it's an exciting time we live in, and I'm so glad to have you on and being such a key part of that change. And I know you are, John. You do wonderful work, and I hope everybody watching will take the time, just take a minute to go to the Tennessee Environmental Council website, find out a little more about their programs, get in touch, find out how you can volunteer. If you want to get out and get your hands dirty and plant some trees, or work on riparian zone restoration, or whatever it is that appeals to you, speaks to you, find out and consider attending the summit. Again, that's November 13th and 14th, Friday and Saturday coming up. Tier 2009, just so we know. And that's going to be at Ward Agricultural Center in Lebanon, which is only 30 minutes from Nashville. Okay, and we are out of time. So I'm your host for the show, Earth Revolution. John, thanks for being on.
Thank you, Susan.
Great having you on always.
All right.
And we'll see you next time. Until then, peace, love, and recycling. See you then.